Okay, round three, we're playing first, and this hand seems okay. Not very threat heavy, but if we draw like a secret plans or something, it gets much better. We do have our base colors, which makes this hand acceptable. I'm not going to play the Kin Tree Warden on turn one either. I don't see any reason to do that. All right, Treasure Cruise. I guess that's an acceptable draw. I anticipate being able to cast that at some point. So right off the bat, know we're up against some Abzan action here. I guess I'd be okay with trading a Highland game for a Kin Tree Warden, but I think it's actually in our best interest to just cast the Kin Tree Warden and then pass. For some reason I'm getting this weird lag delay thing and I don't know why, but it's not a good feeling in this format that's already kind of slow. That's not bad, but still not exactly what I'm looking for. I think I'm willing to trade my morph for his. I'd rather trade a morph for a morph than a morph for a Highland game. Alright, he's not interested, so let's drop the flock and then we'll pass. I may trade a flock for his morph. Yeah, I'm going to trade my flock for his morph, mostly because I don't really care that much about the flock right now. Yeah, so I got the better end of that deal. He's playing 4-color. Well, Saddlebird's kind of a big deal, but I guess we do have the Dragon's Eye Savants, which makes it slightly less of a big deal. Let's play the Savants face down, I guess. And then pass. Could have actually cast Scout the Borders, but we're not in a rush to do that. Do I want to trade Kin Tree Warden for Highland game now? Yeah, I guess that's okay. Let's do this. We're going to get some card advantage soon, so... Invocation, which is going to be devastating. Secret, which is horribly bad against us. So every single card in his hand is an enormous problem, which is a bad feeling inside of me, but I can't do anything about the good hands my opponent gets. So I have to, instead of complain about them, accept them and try my hardest to beat them. Yeah, so pretty devastating, but I can't do anything about it, as I've mentioned 1,000 times. So I could cast Treasure Cruise. What does Sultai Flare do for me, really? Not much. I guess we Treasure Cruise, desperately searching for some answer out of this situation. I guess we'll play that and pass. So 3 lands, obviously not what I was hoping for or looking for at all. So Force Away looks like it'll be good for the Kin Tree Warden out of sideboard. Mardu Horde Chief is not something I'm anticipating having a lot of success against. It looks like he's not casting that. Okay, Swarm of Bloodflies, also a problem, but not a ton of options here. Alright, so I have 7 mana, which means I can't do that and do Unmorph, but I'm going to try and build towards that. So let's just morph this, plus play the Flare, and then pass. We're going to take another, well, a little bit too much damage here, but maybe we can get away with double blocking the Spirit Warrior, but then the guy gets bigger, which is still a big problem. I don't know exactly what to do, except take a bunch of damage that I can't really afford to take. So there is that. Yep, so taking too much damage than I should feel comfortable with. Sultai Charm off the top wouldn't be bad, I guess, but we're still in pretty rough shape here. 1,000 wins. There you go. Well, that helps. So we have 8 resources, so I can morph this, plus still play my, yeah. All right, well, that was an ideal draw, so I am pretty happy with that. Now we pass. We've got our Pine Walker, which I could have swung with, but I'd rather destroy his Saddle Brute if possible. Swinging with everything. All right, so do Pine Walker first. Get that on board. Do that. We're going to block there. We're going to eat that guy. We're going to block here, and we'll block here. And we'll take our 2. A bunch of guys are going to die, making his swarm huge, but the beauty of this is we've got the 1,000 wins to stop that plan from mattering. All right, so I think we just swing for the fences here. Oh, yeah, that's right. It'll bounce my guys. So we actually have to stay back. Otherwise, I have to bounce my guys. So we'll just make it seem like he's got lethal. I guess this, unfortunately, does not motivate him to attack with Spirit Warrior. So I've got that issue going. But being able to bounce the Swarm of Bloodflies to reset it is pretty nice. All right, he's playing Treasure Cruise, which is certainly good against us. I imagine his Treasure Cruise is better than ours, because ours was quite literally 3 lands. That seems dreadfully horrible. Actually, no. Perfectly fine. Not dreadfully horrible at all. In fact, could not have asked for him to play a better card against us there. Since he's now motivated. He was not motivated to attack before, but now he is, so we're just going to get the ultimate blowout here. We get to bounce with his guys. You can't replay them. We get to swing back for 1,000,000 points of damage. That was about as good as it could have possibly gotten. And he had to use an extra resource. Yeah, that Roar of Challenge, I think, actually lost him the game rather than win him the game. Unbelievable. Wait, that's not a... Yeah, that could not have panned out better. All right. Wow. Yeah, Roar of Challenge literally lost him the game. That's probably the first time I've seen Roar of Challenge being played and lose someone the game rather than win someone the game. So pretty remarkable. We've got to bring in the Force Away for the token because I don't want to deal with 5/5s. Did we see? Yeah, Dead Drop's not that good against him because he's got Horde Chief. We did see the Swarm of Bloodflies. Does that justify a Windstorm? No, because we have double Sultai Charm to deal with that and Monastery Flocks to deal with it early. What do we cut for the Force Away? How good is Death Frenzy against him? Kills Swarm of Bloodflies if nothing's been activated. Kills Mardu Horde Chief token, but not the Horde Chief itself. It kills a Highland game. What else does it kill? Probably kills enough where I still want to keep it. I still want to know more information. You could have more token-based stuff. So what do I cut for the Force Away? I prefer it to not be a Morph guy. Could be one of our late-game dudes, like a Mandrills. I could probably still afford to keep the Scavenger around just for diversity's sake. All right. I guess we'll cut our Mandrills. Seems like an easy cut because we still have more than enough finishers. And, all right. I can get behind this. That was actually a remarkably close game. Despite us having the 1,000 wins. If he hadn't... basically, if he... Like I said, that It's pretty rare that a Roar of Challenge actually loses the game for you. So if I play this embodiment, I'm still going to do it, but playing the embodiment here, yeah, it's going to set me up for, is it a turn 3 Mandrills? It might actually be a turn 3 Mandrills. Maybe it's turn 4, but I can't do the Dragon's Eye Savants, but I guess I can now, so it doesn't matter. So just pass. And yeah, it is actually going to be a turn 3 Mandrills, which is pretty powerful indeed. He doesn't have a white source yet. Hey, he wants to make Mandrills cheaper. I'll accept that. So let's do, I can ditch a Kin Tree Warden and Dragon's Eye Savants, which lets me get information, but probably the island, since I'll still be able to cast Mandrills. So we'll ditch that. I guess we'll find a second blue or green source. We need blue for our 1,000 Winds. Pinewalker only needs the mono green, so let's just get our second blue source. Instep. Very good. So now we can play Mandrills, still get a card in our yard. Ancestor, certainly not a big deal. Alright, very good. So now we've got Abomination online. Alright, Treasure Cruise, very good for him, but he can't outlast, so we're still going to give him quite a beating here. We've even got a card to ditch now, which is nice. Do we need another land? We will eventually for 1,000 Winds, but for now I'm going to keep all of my spells. Doesn't have a white source yet. Didn't play one, so I would say he's still short on his white source. I'm trying to think of all the white spells we saw out of our opponent round 1. Can't exactly remember. Okay. Morph, certainly not a big deal. Still can't outlast with his ancestor, so that's very good. Heir of the Wild's a good draw. Let's get in there. I think we're ditching the flock. Well, that's okay. He's going to get to draw a card, but we kind of are too. I may actually cast a Death Frenzy here, but let's draw first. Alright, don't really need another land so much. I guess I can't Death Frenzy because it hurts my own Abomination, so let's save that. Let's just drop Heir of the Wilds plus Dragon's Eye Savants, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Flock or Dragon's Eyes, they pretty similar. Alright, Swarm of Bloodflies, not really a big deal. We can just, well, Alright, so I think the play is... I wish this was instant speed, because we're going to lose a lot of dudes here, but I think at this point... Well, let me think about this. Okay, I swing with Mandrill's Abomination, Heir of the Wilds. He blocks, kills that, possibly kills there, brings that up to 5. Then I can't Death Frenzy. I think I just have to Death Frenzy. He's going to get to draw a card. We're going to lose a lot of stuff. But, yeah, it sucks, but I don't know what else to do. So I guess we unmorph so we don't lose that guy. It's still not great for us, but gives us some information, I suppose. Feat of Resistance and a Bellowing Saddle Brute. Well, we're going to take the ability to play Bellowing Saddle Brute away from him, which I guess is beneficial. Does kind of suck we're losing so much, but I don't see another realistic way to stop the onslaught of that dude. And this kind of turns off his ability to play Saddle Brute. Not really. He can play Saddle Brute. Wait, he gets to draw 2 cards from that? No, he only drew 1. Okay. Let's just do this. I'm still behind on time. I feel like I have been playing at lightning speed, and I'm still 3 minutes behind this game, so that is crazy. Yeah, Saddle Brute unfortunately can hold back our Mandrills, but if I didn't do that, Swarm of Bloodflies would have been a bigger deal, and so would have Grim Haruspex. But if he plays the Saddle Brute just to prevent damage, which I feel like he has to do, it's not bad for us. At least he's taking 4. All right. Guess he's not. He has 5 mana to unmorph. Oh, he is doing it. Okay. So he can hold back our Mandrills. Should I have known what that morph guy is? Now I can't remember. What was it? Does this not tell me what his hand is? Now I already forgot. All right. Well, that actually is, believe it or not, of some benefit. He already knows about the flock in hand, so I think I'm just going to unmorph right away. Although, no, there's no reason to do that because he could have another Rakshasa Secret or a discard effect of some sort. So instead, let's just do this and pass. So basically, I'm digging for a Sultai Charm to get rid of that. I'm kind of kicking myself for not knowing what this morph is. Wow, he's going to 1. It's pretty ballsy. Maybe I don't know what the morph is, but I feel like I should. I wish I remembered what the other card in his hand was. Going to 1 life and ditching 2 cards that would actually be fairly reasonable here. So much happier that I didn't unmorph this because he would have been able to potentially Skull Hunter us after attacking with Saddle Brute. Although I guess I could have double blocked for just losing the Mandrills, which wouldn't have been bad either. I still don't know what this morph is, and it's bugging me. I can't remember if I should know or if I just straight up don't know. I mean, our opponent's at 1, so I feel like I should find a decent opportunity to get in. But I'm going to be losing an actual attacker at the end of his turn to draw an extra card. Oh, well, this actually is okay. We get to unmorph, draw still. He uses Savage Punch on an irrelevant creature anyway, so it's not that bad. Can't attack with the Saddle Brute either, I don't think, because I can just crack back. All right. Wait, we drew Thousand Winds. I just realized. I probably... Glacial Stalker is good. I guess we only need 1 land to do this, so we'll just morph both our dudes out. Hopefully he doesn't have a Death Frenzy, but I'm not going to play around it. Feat of Resistance. That was a card we knew. This is an unknown morph. It just came to me like a revelation. Alright, I'm blocking with Dragon's Eye Savants. Or maybe I'm not. Abomination? Okay. It's acceptable. I don't know what he's going to do. Hopefully he doesn't have a good follow-up then. That's kind of scary. If he's willing to attack with that, that's worrisome to me. Alright, concession. So, turned out to not matter. He was just looking for an out. We ended up going 2-1, which is absolutely satisfactory. I was definitely super upset around match 2, game 2, when I dug through my entire deck and I was unable to kill my opponent because the last card was my Mystic. But we ended up going 2-1. We beat our second round opponent and third round opponent. All three of our opponents were very, very good, difficult, challenging, very challenging matches. Round 1, of course, flying crane technique. He crane techniqued our face 2 games in a row, so nothing we could do about that. Rounds 2 and 3 were very difficult, but we got there. So happy to get a 2-1, and we'll see you in the next draft.